We are following several new developments tonight in the deadly shooting of actor Jonathan Joss.
We just got a hold of police reports that detail what officers were investigating before the actor was shot and killed in his Southside neighborhood. Joss was best known as the voice of John Redcorn in the long-running Fox animated series King of the Hill. He
also made appearances as Ken Hotate on the NBC show Parks and Rec, those two popular roles defining his professional life in Hollywood.
And we've been working to find out more about his life here in San Antonio along Dorsey Street on the south side. News 4 got a hold of several police reports today, painting a picture of some very erratic and dangerous behavior.
The News 4 I-Team's Jordan Elder is live at the site of the shooting to start our team coverage. Jordan, tell us what those reports are saying.
Well, Mandy and Jonathan, these reports show police were heavily involved in this neighborhood and with Jonathan Joss. Some of these reports show neighbors saying that they saw him with a crossbow on multiple occasions, and that includes Sigfredo Ceja Alvarez, who is now accused of killing Jonathan Joss. Disturbances, welfare checks, and mental health calls. Police visited actor Jonathan Joss's home more than 60 times since the beginning of 2024. Neighbors were very familiar with what they call a long-standing feud between Joss and Sigfredo Ceja Alvarez, the man now charged in his murder.
You know, they would back and forth, say things to each other.
Joss and his husband, Tristan Kern de Gonzalez, have said threats were repeatedly made toward them because of their sexual orientation. But neighbors tell us threats were being made both ways. Alvarez reporting Joss would threaten him too.
You know, he would say that, he had been threatened by him and that, he would show him a gun every once in a while. He would throw things over his fence.
Joss was reportedly at the site of his former home to pick up mail. The house burned down in January, which we also see in the calls for service. In a post, Kern de Gonzalez implied that this was related to sexual orientation. Quote, "That home was burned down after over 2 years of threats from people in the area who repeatedly told us they would set it on fire." But when Joss spoke to reporters back in January, he said the city shut off power to his house.
It's been so cold lately that my partner and I have been doing a fire inside to stay warm.
The San Antonio Fire Department did open an investigation, but we're told today that the case has since been closed. We've requested the documents from that investigation, and we've asked the fire department if they can say for sure whether that fire was arson or if it was accidental. We'll let you know when we hear back. For now, reporting live, I'm Jordan Elder.
In all, police were called to Joss's home more than 60 times in the past year and a half. Here's a quick snapshot at just a few of the calls. On March 23rd of last year, police were called to the home over a dispute over a vehicle. On May 24th, police were called for reports of shots fired. Responding officers said they heard shots when they got there, but nobody was found to have been shot. On July 9th, officers were back at the house, this time investigating reports that someone had a crossbow and was pointing it at people. The crossbow was confiscated by police.
We've also confirmed that the city's Dangerous Assessment Response Team, or DART, was involved in the property where Joss and his husband were living. The DART team first got involved in July of 2024, as they do with properties that are considered to be a nuisance or dangerous. The city issued a notice to vacate the house because of its dangerous conditions. That was going to be in August. Then the city decided the home should be demolished. All of that finalized by September. But the house hadn't been torn down when a fire started this January. That took place on January the 23rd, and then the house was demolished 7 days later.
We also found out today the man accused in the crime has posted $200,000 bond and is set to be released, but there will be some terms. He's under full house arrest, subject to drug and alcohol testing. He is prohibited from having any firearms, no guns. He has a court hearing set for August 19th. We've also uncovered new audio from the day of the shooting in which Joss died.
That audio and video coming from a security camera at a home along Dorsey Street where that shooting happened. Take a listen.
No está. Sí, no está. No está la troca.
Surveillance camera footage captures the shots that killed the King of the Hill star on Sunday. Some in the neighborhood say this was a feud that started with a property dispute between Joss and the brother of the man accused of killing him. Yami Virgin from our sister station Fox SA continues our team coverage now from the site of this shooting. Yami.
According to neighbors here on Dorsey Street, many were excited when they found out who Jonathan Joss was. King of the Hill, everybody knew him. So they were excited when he got here, but a few years later, a feud started, and it was not with the neighbor who allegedly shot him.
This has been going on for years. I think it's just two people that I guess couldn't stand living next to each other for whatever reasons.
This neighbor, who asked not to be identified out of fear for their safety, says the argument over the fence line was between Sigfredo Ceja's relative, who lived between Jonathan Joss and Ceja. But they tell us the feud then grew between Ceja and the King of the Hill star.
They both had their part in it, and it just escalated, and somebody, went and hurt the other, and it shouldn't have happened. I don't think it should be turned into a hate crime, though, because now it's affecting the entire neighborhood, and we're all being looked at as we were harassing Jonathan and his husband because they were homophobic, and that's not the case at all.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, some are calling this a hate crime. We speak to a former DA who tells us what the threshold is for that to be considered in this case. Reporting from the South Side, Jamie Virgen, News 4 San Antonio.
The official King of the Hill Facebook page posted a message today about Joss's passing. The show's creators saying, quote, "His voice will be missed. We extend our deepest condolences to Jonathan's friends and family." We've posted several stories about the shooting death of Jonathan Joss right now on our News 4 YouTube page. Just scan that QR code on your screen to take you there. And keep it right here on News 4. Yami is digging deeper, and we'll have much more coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.